Hey guys, let's see how you can record the videos from your security camera on an external device like I have here. This is a UGreen NAS. So basically I can just record everything here directly using an app, or I can use my surveillance software to record externally, right? This is the UGreen DXP4800 GT, basically a storage that you can use on your network. I have it connected to my router. You see here, the yellow cable comes directly to the unit and connects to the back of the unit. I have two Ethernet connection back there. I'm using just one of them. And then I have, of course, my computer also connecting to the same router. So I have them in the same network. I can use the software here. Let me just show. Basically, this is the app from UGreen. I have different cameras working already. And I also have here a software from the manufacturer, from Axis, working directly here and recording into the UGreen unit. You see here, I'm just checking here the recordings. Basically, here is a recording that I'm testing, and it's playing directly from the UGreen NAS, okay? The idea is basically come here, see on the configuration for the software, and instead of using the hard drive here on my computer, I'm using remotely here from the UGreen NAS. So super simple. I just need to come here to the UGreen unit and share and start using the storage, right? And talking about storage, you see here that I have different bays. I have the bay number from 1 to 4, and I can just use them to record everything, right? So basically here it supports 4 SATA drives and plus 2 M.2 SSDs. If you're using M.2 SSDs, you can use the units as well. So use SSDs or SATA drives. And SSD, you go up to 16 terabytes, right? Or 144 terabytes if you're just using the hard drive. It's a lot of storage. You can use for security cameras, or you can use for files, for example. Just an example, I can record here 50 million photos, and I can record almost 10,000 movies or 150 million files. That's a lot, right? And I can also use for cameras, of course. I'm using here cameras like this one. You see here that I have this Hikvision. It's a professional camera. And I'm using cameras like this, Samsung or Wisenet or Hawa camera, depending on the camera that you have. It changed the name a little bit, so basically professional camera as well. Another example here of a professional camera, this is a PTZ camera. I can also connect directly here to the unit. And this one, for example, is an Axis camera, also professional camera. I have a model like this working here. And I'm using the standard protocol ONVIF or RTSP as well, right? So when I'm just come here to the UGreen unit, here is via web browser, you can just manage everything. And here, let me just close and open again. So you see that I'm using this Surveillance Center. That's an app. And here you see that I have the Hikvision camera, an Axis box camera, Wisenet camera, and an Axis PTZ camera. They are recording right now. And if I double click here, you see that I have recordings here in blue. And if I just put here, see that I'm recording at nighttime, and I'm recording right now. The camera is doing some patrol, and it's recording everything directly using the app here on this NAS, right? See the Hikvision camera here as well. So I have a lot of cameras, and they're working pretty fine using the ONVIF protocol. I can come here and see all of the cameras at the same time. Let's just select a new one here, the Hikvision camera, for example. You see also the recordings, recording all the time. So super simple. And if I want to check from here as well, I can just come here on my Axis camera and start checking also the recordings that I have here. And instead of using the local recording, it's playing here from the NAS. Super simple to use like this with the Surveillance Control Center using the standard ONVIF protocol or RTSP, okay? And this unit is pretty powerful. It runs with 4-core, 8-thread AMD processor with 8 gigabytes DDR4 RAM. So really pretty interesting. and it's expandable as well to 64 gigabytes, right? So basically, you can run this smoothly with the app or also with an external software like I have here, right? And it comes with here with the cables. You see here that I have these two cables, quality cables that you can connect to the Ethernet ports. And here an HDMI cable for 8K. You can connect to the back to the unit of the unit as well. There's an HDMI port back there. And I can also use for files. You see here that I have my SD card that I can just insert here into this slot. You see here a nice slot for an SD card, a USB-C port, a USB, a regular USB 3.2, and here the LEDs for LAN, disk 1, 2, 3, and 4, and also for the power, right? So I can just insert an SD card here, for example, and I can check in the unit, and I can also use something like this. I have this UGreen enclosure with a NVMe module inside. I can also connect here to the USB port, and then I can manage my files. Basically, I can record, for example, the surveillance videos, and I can just export them here to the SD card or to this unit if I want to. So super simple. Let me just come here back to the screen. I can just close the surveillance center here. And from here, see that I can open the storage. And you see that I have my hard drives. Right? I can just organize them and create volume. There we go. Hard drive number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm using this one and this one. And this one is not used yet. So I can just come here later and start using it. And here the external storage. You see external storage number 1. That's the SD card. I can just access the files, format the card from here, eject the card. When I click here, access file, it just brings the other app here. What I can see, I have some pictures there. Let me just double click here. You see, it's working pretty fine. You can read the pictures directly from the card. Super simple to use like this, right? And I can also come here to the external storage number 2, which is the UGreen enclosure. And from here as well, you see that I can just copy and paste. I have here videos, for example, and photos. I can copy and paste everything that I have from here directly to the unit if I want to, right? Or I can just come here to the SD card. Let's say, for example, why not just drag and drop here on photos. I just confirm. And I see here that it's doing something. There is a task manager here that shows what's happening. See, that's copying file. Here's the progress, and already copied the file. And when I come back here to photos, see that I have my pictures just right there, right? I can use the hard drive here for storage, create my folders, and I can use the external storage to copy and paste. I can also export the videos from the surveillance center here, for example, if I want to. Export something here. I can come here. You see that I have everything recorded, the events, and I can just play from here if I want to, and also download and save, right? I can come here, download, and I save to my computer, or I can just save a copy to the unit if I want to as well. So here I'm downloading to my computer right now. It's just a single file that was recorded by the surveillance center, and I can just play, and you see here it has a good quality, right? Because I have like a professional camera like this one, for example. I'm recording with Axis camera. They're high-end professional cameras, and they work pretty fine with the ONVIF protocol here in the unit, right? And it works super, super great, right? And it's also multi-language. You can just come here and select the language if you want to. Here see the control panel with all things that you can manage here: user management, file service, device connections. If you work with domain and LDAP, you can use it from here for technical guys, for example. Terminal, you can enable Telnet and SSH if you're using to remote connect to the unit. Like if you're using Unix, Linux, you're used to do this, right? Telnet or SSH. And you can just check the hardware and power, enable buzzer, fan, LED indicator, manage the power, and also language. You see here that I have different ones. There we go. In here, if you're concerned about the network or security, you can just manage here as well. Remember that I have 2 Ethernet ports here, so you can connect to your cable to any of them. See here that I have one connected to the DHCP port here, to the Ethernet port, sorry, using DHCP. So basically, the router is giving the IP address directly to the unit, and I have the computer here as well. So I have everybody in the same network. So super simple to use. You come here to security as well. Basically, you can enable DOS protection, or when you have issues, for example, if somebody's trying to drop your network, the connection on your network, you can come here and enable the DOS protection, denial of service protection, right, for attacks. And you can also come here and use two-factor authentication, manage the account activity, you can block accounts, and you can use the firewall as well, and the certificate for security as well, right? So I'm super happy with this unit. I can just come here and manage everything. I can check the task manager, check the memory, and the CPU temperature, and the LAN speed, everything, right? Even the processes here, see for every app, the services and processes, and it works pretty fine. See, everything, CPU, GPU, memory, network, hard drives, volume. So super easy to set up. It comes with everything that you need here, the cables, right? And then comes here also with the user manual. Let me just approach here to see better. User manual is pretty good. Let me just show that it comes with all the information that you need. Let me change the camera here. There you go, that's better. All information here, how to use the hard drive. Basically, you don't need any tool to remove the hard drive or to insert the hard drive. And also has different languages available. See here that you can select different language, in Spanish, for example. And you're good to go, right? In Italian as well. So let me just show here how simple it is to manage the units. You see here that I have 4 bays. I'm using 2 of them, so I can just remove this one if I want to. Right now it's locked, you see. I just need to use a key like this one and come here and unlock, right? There we go. Now I can just come here and remove the hard drive. Super simple. And here, see on the back that I have this button that I need to press, and I can slide and remove the hard drive just like this. So super simple. Let me just put it here. So see, I just need to insert and press, and I'm good to go. Okay, so it fits here perfectly. And then I just come back here, insert it that way, push it, and I'm good to go. So it's basically hot swap. You don't need to turn off the unit to put the hard drive here. And you can also use some RAID configuration. Basically, you can have the 4 hard drives working at the same time if you want, as a single volume. And then if some of them fails, you can still work with 3 of them, okay, as a single volume using RAID. Who knows about RAID knows that's pretty important for redundancy, and works pretty fine with different types of RAID configuration, right? And also have here this card that informs that you have 2-year warranty. So pretty good. I've been using this unit for some time for my surveillance software, recording locally here with the software that comes, with the app that comes from UGreen, and also with professional software here from Access, right? Working with professional camera like this, with the ONVIF protocol and the RTSP protocol, and it works pretty fine, okay? So I highly recommend this unit. You can get yours on Amazon. And I'll leave the link here in the description that you can also get this on the UGreen website with 20% discount, okay? So I have a discount here. In the link, you can just click and visit the UGreen website. I hope that helps. Leave your comments here, subscribe, and I see you in the next one.